We will continue with Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power. Uh, in this episode, we are covering law number 9 up to number 16. Uh, law number 9 or rule number 9, whatever you want to call it. Actions speak louder than words. When it comes to power and influence, you see, if your action is seen, if your action is felt, if your action can be felt, yes, then that comes to rule number 9. When you want to be powerful, whatever you do is happening and it is seen and felt, then you become powerful more than the person who talks a lot. So that is how it is that actions speak louder than words when it comes to gaining power and influence. Rule number 10. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. You see, you are judged with whom you keep company, isn't it? We have some people who are perpetually unhappy. If they are around with you, they will also, anybody who has done counseling will tell you that if you counsel some people who are unhappy for quite a long time, you end up being unhappy, and that is why you have to go for counseling yourself. Or if you associate yourself with stressed, if you counsel stressed people. So if you keep yourself around with unhappy people and unlucky people, you should avoid the two. When you deal with unhappy people, if you tell anybody anything, the people may even try to say that you are the cause of those people surrounding you who are unhappy or unlucky. So avoid those people. We go to rule or law number 10. Learn to keep people dependent on you. Learn to keep people dependent on you. The more they rely on you, the more freedom you have. Make people depend on you for their happiness and prosperity, to have nothing to fear. People, when they feel you are important, have you ever seen a situation where in a group, people come and get problems and they can't solve it, and then they say, so and so, if so and so was around, he or she would have solved this problem. Learn to keep people dependent on you. That is, if they want to make a decision or when they want something done best, they want your input there. But if it is you to depend on people, or if the people find that you are little of no use, then you will not be powerful. If people feel that they depend on you, you can be powerful. You can. Those are the occasions when you find they call you to come and solve a problem, and you can even say, "Okay, there's something I'm handling. Give me time." They'll wait because they depend on you. But if they don't depend on you, you'll find that even if you are not there, they find no use. Rule number 12, propaganda. Propaganda. Propaganda is what I've called it. I have called it propaganda, but rule number 12, what it says is use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victims. Use selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victim. That is why I call it propaganda. What he meant here is that there is a lot of things. Everybody has his good and bad sides, isn't it? Try to hide That is why he used the word selective. Select instances where you are painted positive, uh, and avoid situations where you are painted negative. And I say use selective honesty and generosity to charm your victims. You have seen this with politicians. How many times have you seen, especially Kenyans? I don't know about other African countries. How many times have you seen a journalist portraying a sad picture of somebody, and then you find a politician coming out and saying, uh, I'll take care of that family. Oh, this and this has happened. I'll educate the kids of that person up to the university. Educating one kid or two or even three kids to the university may cost about 1,000,000 shillings. But you see, you have already, you have the publicity. It is different from you going to a marketplace and giving everybody 5,000. That would go up to 3 million and nobody will notice it. So you use selective honesty. You see, that is a honesty that you have selected by trying to, you just see that you'll gain more if you find, okay, let's take an example of the slums. There is fire in the slums, the parents are killed or anything. Then you go there and say, I'll educate that kid and whatever. The newspapers will be there. You can even place 1,000,000 shillings, 1,000,000 Kenya shillings in a fixed deposit for the kids to learn up to. And then when you want to be the governor of that county, you want to be the county governor, the next election, you have used very little money, uh, which is less than what you could go to a marketplace and give everybody 5,000. You'd have spent 3 million and you do not even have. That is why we say selective. You do the selective things. You have selected one person, not many. Uh, you have um, you have selected publicity through the press to show that you are minding about kids who are now orphans. But the truth of the matter is not you are not minding about the kids who are orphaned. You are minding about your publicity to be the next governor of your county. So that is why you use the selective honesty and generosity to disarm your victims. Now your victims in such a case are the voters, people whom you want them to vote for you in the next election. Number 13, rule number 13 or law number 13, appeal to people's self-interest rather than their mercy or gratitude. Appeal to the people's self-interest. Now, some things when you do, don't ever portray out that whatever you're doing is for your own good. For example, which I've given in rule number 12, is that, or I can even give another example where you appeal to people's self-interest rather than their mercy or gratitude. Their mercy is we have people who are voted because of what something bad happened to you and you contest. You have seen occasions where somebody dies and his widow or her widower is elected to that position because of whatever. That is where the mercy comes. Or even gratitude. Gratitude, people do have gratitude when you have done something to them, but it lasts very long, very short, and especially if another person comes up with a bigger thing. But when rule number 13 says appeal to the people's self-interest, let us say that on one side there is a transformer and then there is another transformer on the other side. But somewhere here, there is a school. There's a school, an educational facility. So you find that if the transformer comes from this place and reaches the school, you will not have it will not reach to your house. But you can always try to say, let us pull from this side to the school. You can even say that I'm paying most of the money for it. I'm paying most of the money for it more than any other person. But what you did not tell them is that you have made a plan for, because if it was to come from the other side, it would reach the school and stop there, and your house will not have electricity. But if it started from a certain direction, before it reaches the school, it passes in your home. So you are taking care of their self-interest while you are hiding that you are doing it for your interest. Number 4, pose as a friend and work as a spy. When you want to be influential to somebody or some people, it is always good to try and investigate what pleases them. You see, you will start talking what pleases them, not necessarily doing what they pleases them. But you see, you can never know what pleases them if you are at distance. So you pose as a friend, and remember, anybody looking for power, it is his or her interest that he or she is looking into, but pretends to be doing it for you. That is why you say we said before in rule number 13 that you look into the person's self-interest. That the person thinks that you are doing something for him or her, whereas you are doing it for yourself. Even if you are constructing a road a distance away from your residence, which does not even affect you whatever. But remember, the self-interest is that you are increasing your chances of being powerful. For example, you want to be an elected leader. So what I'm trying to say is that if you want to be powerful to people, be very friendly. Be very friendly. And when you are friendly, you spy on them. Spy on what pleases them. Spy on what makes them be reliable on you so that you become powerful. Rule number 15, crush your enemy totally. Crush your enemy totally. Let me tell you one thing. If you are competing with me and you try to finish me and you can't finish me, if I come back, even if we make peace, I'll still try to look for a way to finish you. So in rule number 15, say that if you're competing with somebody and you have a time to crush that person, in my vernacular they say there is a blow, kuna ngumi ya mtu muoga. Ngumi ya mtu muoga, we say that a coward, in my vernacular, I don't want to talk it, but I'll translate it into English. They say if you are a coward and you find somebody you want to hit from behind, know that you only have one chance. And you have to hit that person properly until he falls down unconscious. But if you hit him slow and he turns up to you, atakurarua. So when you are fighting somebody, crush that enemy totally. Because if he resurfaces, you remember when you are crushing him, he'll come out and pretend to make peace with you. But he will be looking for an opportunity to crush you. So if you have an enemy, you crush him or her permanently. Remember that if you leave him, he'll grow and he'll become powerful and he'll crush you. Any enemy you have fought and you have not crushed him totally, know that he has a capability of reviving and finishing you. So rule number 15, it's not me who say, I'm only emphasizing on what Greene said. Said crush your enemy totally. Now we go to rule number 16, which is the last one in this episode. Use absence to increase respect and honor. There is something in English, they say that uh, familiarity makes people not honor you so much. Try to disappear so that when people don't see you, they miss you. So lastly, I'm just going to talk quickly about the eight second lot of the eight rules of the out of 48 laws of power. Number 9, speak louder. Actions speak louder than words when it comes to gaining power and influence. Number 10, avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Number 11, learn to keep people dependent on you. Number 12, propaganda. The one I call propaganda. Use selective honesty and generosity to get closer to disarm your victims. Number 13, appeal to the people's self-interest rather than their mercy or gratitude. Number 14, pose as a friend, work as a spy. Number 15, crush your enemy totally. Number 16, and the last one in this second episode, is use absence to increase respect and honor. Keep watching. Very soon we are coming up with the third, fourth, and up to the last episode of the 48 Laws of Power. Thank you.